All right, I need you to just picture this, the breathtaking majesty of America's national parks. Imagine the dizzying depths of the Grand Canyon, its ancient layers whispering tales of time. Picture the colossal granite monoliths of Yosemite, piercing the sky, or the glacial peaks of Glacier National Park, carving landscapes with icy precision. These are places of unparalleled beauty, immense scale, and profound adventure. They are sanctuaries, protected havens where millions flock each year seeking solace, challenge, and an escape into nature's raw power. Visitors arrive with a common mindset. They come for recreation, for stunning vistas, for family memories, perhaps a challenging hike or a peaceful moment by a lake. They expect to be safe. After all, these are national parks, managed by rangers, crisscrossed by marked trails, equipped with visitor centers, and generally perceived as controlled wilderness. The presence of other tourists, the familiar signs, and the infrastructure provide a comforting illusion of order, making these grand landscapes feel accessible and secure. And the people who visit? They are as diverse as the parks themselves. They can be seasoned hikers meticulously planning a multi-day backcountry trek, or families enjoying a leisurely stroll along a paved path. They might be solo adventurers seeking solitude, or groups of friends capturing Instagram-perfect moments. Regardless of their background or level of experience, they all share a common expectation: to return home, their souls refreshed, and their cameras full of memories. But for some, that expectation is tragically, inexplicably shattered. These seemingly benign landscapes, cradling unimaginable beauty, sometimes reveal a far darker, more unsettling truth. Beneath the majestic grandeur and the illusion of safety, there exists a capacity for the truly inexplicable. The call of the wild for a chilling few turns into a final, silent whisper. The stage is set, and the vibrant, awe-inspiring national parks are about to reveal their most strange, dark, and mysterious secrets. The first sign that something was terribly wrong often came subtly: a missed check-in call, or a car left in a trailhead parking lot for days past its expected return. But the true horror unfolded with the discovery itself. Imagine the scene. A park ranger, on a routine patrol, stumbles upon a body in a remote, almost inaccessible part of Zion National Park. Not on a marked trail, but wedged impossibly high in a rock crevice, or half submerged in a shallow, unremarkable stream. This wasn't the aftermath of a simple fall. Take the perplexing case of Michael Peterson, fictional name for this narrative. Michael, a seemingly fit tourist, was found deceased in a secluded off-trail area of Yosemite National Park. What baffled first responders and medical examiners immediately was the sheer lack of conventional indicators. There were no obvious signs of struggle, no defensive wounds, no clear evidence of foul play like a bullet wound or stab marks. Yet his position was unnatural, almost posed, and some of his clothing, notably his hiking boots, were inexplicably missing, despite the rugged terrain. The cause of death, after initial examination, remained frustratingly unclear, often listed as undetermined or highly unusual circumstances. In another instance, a seasoned park volunteer discovered a woman, Eleanor Vance, fictional name, deceased near a popular but secluded viewpoint in the Grand Canyon. What made Eleanor's death profoundly unsettling was her state. She was found completely unclothed, lying peacefully, with no apparent physical injuries or signs of a struggle, despite being miles from any reasonable place to remove her clothes. Her backpack, still containing all her belongings and identification, lay neatly folded beside her. Hypothermia was ruled out, and there was no evidence of assault. It was as if she had simply decided to lie down and die, under the most bizarre and inexplicable circumstances. The immediate reaction from seasoned park rangers and law enforcement was confusion, bordering on bewilderment. They were accustomed to accidents, drownings, or even suicides in the vast parks, but these cases defied all conventional explanation. The lack of clear evidence of how these individuals died, combined with the strange, dark, and mysterious details of their discovery, left an agonizing void of answers. The majestic national parks, once symbols of adventure and beauty, had suddenly revealed a far more unsettling side, hinting at forces beyond human comprehension. The unsolved mystery had just begun. In the wake of discoveries like Michael Peterson's and Eleanor Vance's, park rangers, local law enforcement, and even federal agents found themselves facing an unprecedented level of bewilderment. Their initial instinct, as in any death investigation, was to seek conventional explanations. Had Michael fallen? Was Eleanor the victim of an animal attack or a sudden natural medical event? Could it be suicide or even a clever murder designed to look like something else? But with each piece of collected evidence, and frustratingly, with each lack of evidence, these standard theories crumbled. Michael Peterson's body showed no signs consistent with a long fall or struggle, despite his impossible perch. Eleanor Vance's serene, unclothed state, miles from any plausible reason to undress, defied any logical explanation of accidental death or even suicide. And while murder was always a possibility, the absence of any typical crime scene indicators, no footprints leading away, no weapon, no signs of a struggle, made it an almost impossible crime to prosecute. The investigators' frustration mounted. They were dealing with cases that simply didn't fit the mold. As the conventional explanations failed, a chilling void of understanding emerged, quickly filled by more strange, dark, and mysterious hypotheses that circulated among the search teams, online communities, and a captivated public. The unseen predator theory. Could there be an unknown, highly intelligent predator, perhaps human, operating with chilling precision within the vastness of these parks? Someone so skilled in stealth and wilderness survival that they could abduct or eliminate individuals without leaving the slightest trace. Whispers of a highly elusive, perhaps even cult-like group operating within the park's hidden corners gained traction among some. Environmental or geological anomalies. Were there undiscovered natural phenomena at play? Theories emerged about pockets of poisonous gases, sudden magnetic anomalies causing severe disorientation, or even unknown geological shifts creating unstable ground that could simply swallow a person whole, leaving no surface trace. The psychological break. Some experts posited that the sheer isolation and grandeur of the wilderness might trigger sudden, acute psychological breaks in individuals, leading them to shed their clothes, wander off, or engage in bizarre, self-destructive behavior. This was a theory that, while unsettling, attempted to find a human explanation for the inexplicable actions. The paranormal or dimensional shift. For those seeking answers beyond the rational, the unexplained circumstances pointed to something truly inexplicable. Theories of paranormal forces, interdimensional rifts, or even cryptids capable of making people vanish began to circulate, born out of a desperate human need to explain the unexplainable in these wild, ancient places. These cases began to capture widespread public fascination. Media outlets highlighted the bizarre elements, pushing the boundaries of traditional crime reporting. The national parks, once seen as entirely safe havens, now harbored a creepy undercurrent of unknown danger. An escalating sense of dread settled over those who dared to venture into the wild, fueling the chilling realization that these deaths were not just tragic accidents, but profound, unsettling enigmas, hinting at hidden forces at play within the majestic yet terrifying natural world. Despite the growing number of inexplicable deaths and the terrifying pattern emerging across various U.S. national parks, the investigations continued to hit dead ends. The cases of Michael Peterson and Eleanor Vance, much like others before them, inevitably settled into the chilling category of unsolved mysteries. Park services, alongside federal agencies like the FBI, poured immense resources into these cases. Relentless ground searches, aerial surveillance, forensic analysis of the scant evidence. Yet, with each passing week, the trail grew colder, and the hope of a definitive answer dwindled. The sheer scale and unforgiving nature of the national parks presented unique, almost insurmountable obstacles to any investigation. Imagine trying to comb through millions of acres of dense forest, rugged mountains, or vast desert for a single, elusive clue. Evidence, if it ever existed, was quickly degraded by the elements. Rain washing away scents, wind scattering debris, wildlife disturbing a scene. Furthermore, the jurisdictional complexities, involving overlapping authority between park rangers, state police, and federal agents, often slowed down critical early response efforts. Even the constant flow of visitors, ironically, could contaminate potential scenes, making it nearly impossible to distinguish meaningful traces from accidental footprints. For the families of the deceased, the lack of answers was a living, breathing torment. Unlike deaths with a clear cause, they were trapped in an agonizing limbo of undetermined. They couldn't truly grieve, couldn't find closure, forever haunted by the why and how. Desperate for any shred of understanding, many families turned to private investigators, citizen groups, or even self-proclaimed psychics, driven by a desperate need to know what happened to their loved ones swallowed by the wild. Their anguish became a powerful, somber counterpoint to the park's majestic beauty. Crucially, in these unexplained deaths, there was often no discernible motive, no clear suspect pool. Unlike typical homicides driven by revenge, greed, or passion, these cases presented no obvious human perpetrator or logical reason for the fatalities. This absence of the conventional whodunit only deepened the enigma, amplifying the creepy and unsettling nature of the deaths. The why remained a gaping, unanswered question, a silent scream lost in the vastness of the wilderness. The national parks, in their sublime indifference, continued to hold their secrets tightly. Each baffling death served as a stark reminder of humanity's insignificance against nature's raw power. The search efforts, no matter how exhaustive, eventually yielded to the chilling reality. These were truly strange, dark, and mysterious deaths, leaving behind an agonizing void of evidence and a pervasive sense that an unseen, inexplicable force was claiming lives within their beautiful yet treacherous bounds. As of today, mid-2025, the cases of these mysteriously vanished hikers and inexplicably deceased individuals remain agonizingly unsolved. From the majestic depths of the Grand Canyon to the serene yet haunting forests of Yosemite and Zion, names like Michael Peterson and Eleanor Vance are still active files in a chilling collection of cold cases. There are no clear answers, no arrests, and often no definitive cause of death beyond undetermined. For their families, the absence of closure is a cruel, persistent burden, a wound that may never truly heal. The core questions continue to echo through the canyons and across the plains, unanswered and profoundly unsettling. What truly happened to these individuals? Was it a human predator, so cunning, so skilled in the art of vanishing without a trace, that they can operate undetected in these immense, remote territories? Or is it something far more primal, an unseen natural phenomenon that our current understanding of the wild simply cannot comprehend? The idea that nature itself could be an active, malevolent force simply swallowing people whole is a terrifying thought that defies modern logic. The remote wilderness itself stands as a central, enigmatic character in these stories. Its breathtaking beauty, its promise of solitude and adventure, is now undeniably tinged with a creepy awareness of its dark, unfathomable secrets. These wild places, once seen as ultimate escapes, are now also recognized as indifferent masters, capable of claiming lives with chilling efficiency, leaving behind no explanation, only an echoing void. The very scale and untouched nature of these landscapes contribute to the profound sense of mystery that surrounds each disappearance. These cases have cemented themselves in the modern folklore of true crime and the strange, dark, mysterious. They inspire countless discussions in online forums, feature in documentaries, and fuel campfire tales across the nation. They serve as a stark reminder that even in our technologically advanced world, there are still frontiers, still places where the human footprint is fleeting, and where the forces at play are beyond our comprehension. The notion that you can be prepared for the wilderness is challenged when experienced individuals, or even casual tourists, simply vanish or die under inexplicable circumstances. The unexplained deaths in national parks are more than just missing persons cases. They are enduring enigmas that haunt us, pushing the boundaries of our understanding. They stand as a chilling testament to the wilderness's ultimate power and the unsettling reality that some of the deepest, darkest secrets are held by the silent, vast expanses of the wild, and they may never truly be revealed.